All right, let's do uh let's do a little crime on your dime. So we're gonna check out some videos, and we're gonna talk about what these criminals are costing us. Every day these criminals cost us money. Same people over and over. Let's get into it.
Arrest and refused to get out of the wreckage. After being dragged from the vehicle, a search uncovered a stash of meth, and the judge eventually slammed him with a 16-year sentence for the destruction he caused.
Meth.
On July 20th, 2024, Lieutenant...
Let's go back a little bit.
They're just
Oh, this guy.
They're just underneath. Get out of the car. You're not trapped.
The guys don't want to get out of the car. You got 16
Officers
years.
quickly realized he was lying to stall for time as he actively resisted arrest and refused to get out of the wreckage. After being dragged from the vehicle, a search uncovered a stash of meth, and the judge eventually slammed him with a 16-year sentence for the destruction he caused. On July 20th,
That guy got 16 years. There was a couple of videos back. The guy got 10 years probation. He almost killed a cop. So I don't know where maybe different jurisdictions, slam the guys different, but either way, 16 years, that guy's going to cost you $1.6 million in jail. For some guys selling meth. $1.6 million on that guy.
2024, Lieutenant Carey was holding down Interstate 75 when a black Durango SRT flashed by at 97 miles per hour. An SRT is a 700 horsepower beast, the ultimate getaway vehicle if you actually know how to tame it. But in the hands of 24-year-old John Tavius Hood, it was just a 5,000-pound ticking time bomb.
John Cadius. Hood is a proper name. That's why these guys buy these Chargers, because they figure they can outrun the cops. Cops stop chasing them.
The adrenaline spiked as Hood pushed the SUV to a bone-chilling 140 miles per hour.
Yeah, once they get over a certain speed limit, the cops usually pull off, back off. So that's why these guys, all these Hood guys, you see them with the Chargers, SRTs, because they figure if I can get up to 160 miles an hour, these guys are they'll stop chasing.
Toward the Interstate 285 connector. He was treating the emergency lane like a personal shortcut, forcing terrified families off the asphalt and nearly clipping a semi-truck at full tilt.
Go ahead.
Meanwhile, all these innocent people out here on the road just trying to get to work. This guy wrecked.
The high-speed gamble came to a brutal end when Hood tried to take a sharp turn, lost traction, and slammed the Durango into a bridge guardrail. Officers quickly moved in and discovered a stolen handgun, which was only the beginning of the trouble since the Durango was actually stolen too.
I got a gun on.
What a gun at?
It's in my pants. It's in my pants.
Put your fucking hands up. I'll shoot you. Hey! Put your fucking hands up.
It's in my pants.
Put your hands up.
He's got $4 in the thing.
Chill, please. Put your fucking hands on you, bro. You guys. Nobody else.
Now it's please.
John Tavius Hood was booked into the Clayton County Jail for felony fleeing, motor vehicle theft, and possession of a stolen firearm. He's now looking at several years in prison for turning a simple speeding ticket into a 140-mile-per-hour disaster.
Yeah, two young punks. A stolen car, stolen gun. I never contributed anything to society, and now you're gonna pay for it. Probably do 4 years, 5 years, probably do 2 years. Either way, both of them gonna be a couple $100,000 each. Processing, courts, legal fees, probation officers after they get out. You got $500,000 on these two schmucks. $500,000 on two schmucks. And it just keeps on
In Missouri,
racking up.
officers spotted Kia Rio confirmed stolen and tried to pull it over. The driver wanted nothing to do with that traffic stop. He hit the gas, weaving through cars and blowing through lights until officers lost sight of him and terminated the pursuit. But units stayed in the area, and it did not take long before another patrol spotted the Rio again.
The Rio. Kia Rio. I think can do 90 miles an hour top speed.
still westbound underneath I-70. It's going to turn into 31st here in a minute. Still westbound through White, speed 70. Straddle number 1 and number 2. He's missed the driver's side, so someone can get all the other ones. Oh, got him. Alright, he's parking pretty good, and we're going to turn westbound on Vanburg.
Spike strips were laid out ahead of the fleeing Kia, and the suspect drove straight over them. His tires shredded instantly, and even as the car broke down under him, he kept forcing it forward.
And they got the spikes.
Speed of 50. Straddle number 2 and number 1. There's absolutely no traffic on the road. Speed climb a little bit to 70. So number 1
At least nobody's out on the road.
34.
Well, there's a guy right there. He's running.
He's an oncoming, however, there's no traffic. He's having a hard time controlling it. Back through 35th Street.
Traffic's light though. Must be late.
Oh, he's turning.
Some downtown.
1050, start fire.
It ran right into
The
the
chase ended when
freaking
stolen Kia hit a
concrete.
median, left the roadway, caught fire, and rolled onto its side. Officers fought through smoke and flames to pull the suspect out and hand him to EMS.
And now it's sir, please.
With the Rio confirmed stolen, he is now looking at charges like felony fleeing and possession of stolen property. Charges that can stack fast and easily add up to 5 to 10 years in prison. On October
Another schmuck. Costing you the buck. The kid, he looked like he was like 19. Stole a car. He didn't have a gun or anything. Fleeing. What do you steal a Kia for? I mean, you're going to steal a car. You're going to steal a Kia? You're going to risk everything for a Kia Rio? And do what with it? Once you steal it, what are you going to do with it? You're going to drive around? You're like, okay, I got a car. A stolen car. And then what? 5 years in jail? The mentality is just unbelievable, man. So that guy cost you $500,000. And when he gets out, guess what?
2nd, 2024, Joplin officers tried stopping a Volkswagen Jetta near 7th and Jefferson after noticing the driver looked heavily impaired. Behind the wheel was 31-year-old Dakota L. Bell, and instead of pulling over, he punched it. Bell launched straight into a city street pursuit, and just like that, the chase was on.
He looked intoxicated. Impaired. He looked impaired. It's going down the railroad tracks. He's going around the block over and over again.
Bell shot through Joplin using every street he could find, running lights and squeezing through gaps. Officers stayed locked behind him, watching a revoked, drug-impaired driver turn the city into his escape route.
And drugs are working. You're gonna run right head into somebody. Is that smoke coming from the engine or the tire? Oh, you're gonna hit somebody right there. Yep, there it is.
The chase ended when Bell blasted through 20th and Connecticut and crashed into an innocent driver, sending debris, even a spare tire, flying across the intersection. Officers boxed in the wrecked Jetta and took Bell and Van Kirk down to gunpoint. Burnt foil inside the car confirmed drug use. Under Missouri's new Valentine's law, aggravated fleeing carries up to 7 years in prison.
He's got the chick in there. They got drugs. They're fleeing. She's got some nice knockers, but they're the meth heads, man.
On December
Oh, he fucking T-boned that other car. They didn't say anything about any injuries in the other car, but I mean that other person had to get hurt. I mean, they got T-boned at 60 miles an hour. Who knows if they had kids in there? Imagine your kids taking your kids to McDonald's, and then this freaking idiot slams into the side of your car at 60 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour. There had to be injuries on that person in that car. There's no way. Aggravated fleeing, 7 years. So they'll let the chick go because the passenger always says that they didn't want to go. It was against their will. But they're both going to need lawyers and bullshit. And he's going to do 7 years, $700,000. And damage to the cars. The other people had insurance. He stole the other car. Another $50,000.
31st, 2022, multiple 911 calls reported a white Honda Odyssey speeding and swerving on I-95. Behind the wheel was 54-year-old Julie Elizabeth Clark. Thick fog made visibility almost impossible, but Trooper First Class Curtis Manuel spotted her and began following. When he tried to stop her, she hit the gas.
What they call driving erratic. It's a woman. She's on Mother's Little Helper, the soccer mom on the pills. Driving in the fog. Now she's running. And it's slippery out, and it's raining like that. Where's the car? Can't even see it. It's gonna wipe out. Can't even see the
Clark drove
car.
north for 9 miles, making reckless lane changes and pushing high speeds in near zero visibility. As she reached exit 109 at high speed, she lost control on the ramp and veered off the road. When the trooper reached the crash site, it looked straight out of a nightmare. The van jammed deep into the trees, completely destroyed.
Yeah, of course, you're gonna go 100 miles off the exit in the rain. Like the phone was sitting there. Right into the trees.
The crash was instantly fatal for Clark, and it felt like even the weather was on the devil's side that day. On September 15, 2025.
I didn't say why she did it or what happened to her, but that didn't look good. That car was wrapped. It might be dead. And who knows why she was running.
On Interstate 630 in Little Rock, a trooper clocked a white Infiniti
Maybe that one didn't cost anything because she might be out of the picture.
at 80 miles per hour in 55 and started to stop on Interstate 430. The driver waited until the trooper reached the passenger side,
88 and 55. So first, you're speeding.
then took off. And there was no gun, no warrants, no drugs. This could have been nothing more than a speeding ticket. Instead, he gambled with two small kids in the car and everyone sharing that highway.
For a speeding ticket, you just gotta have a warrant. No guns, no drugs, two kids in a car. Why would you run? It has to have a warrant. The warrants are a killer, man. These people don't want to go back. They have no intention of going back. They don't want to go back. Then you just walk away from it. He doesn't even have his lights on. He's gonna hit someone.
The Infiniti was pushed to around 135 miles per hour, carving through traffic, passing on the shoulder, and even shutting the headlights off. Inside were a 4-year-old and an infant, locked into a decision they didn't make. Behind him was an angry ASP trooper who had no idea kids were inside and was lining up to end it, the only way these chases usually end.
So the cop doesn't know there's kids inside. And he's gonna pit him. The guy's gonna roll over.
ASP ended it with a hard hit. The Infiniti snapped sideways, rolled onto its driver's side, and hammered into a tree. The wreck was so hard it took minutes to get the kids out.
Shut your mouth and do what I'm telling you to do. Give me your kid. I'm gonna rip you out of this car.
Where'd that woman come from?
No, give me the kid, no.
The 4-year-old was pulled free, but the driver refused at first to hand over the infant, forcing repeated commands before the baby was finally passed out to responders. Both children were treated by EMS and
You wouldn't give up the kid. Why? Using the kid as like a hostage?
survived. Willie Wright Jr. was booked for felony fleeing and child endangerment, and a crimes against children report was filed. On
What are you gonna run for? Gotta have a warrant. All right. So the guy just where'd the woman show up from? They're on the phone. He was on the phone the whole time, telling her to come get the kids. He had to have a warrant. So he risked the life of his kids. Kids probably ain't even paying for. Or you're paying for them kids anyway. And you're gonna keep on paying for them kids for 20 years. And I guess he's gonna go to jail. Probably got a couple years. Felony fleeing. It's 3 years minimum. So there's 150, 200 grand on that guy.
On July 3rd,
That's still a couple more.
2023, Florida Highway Patrol troopers spotted a stolen SUV cruising down the interstate near St. Augustine. The moment they hit the blue lights to initiate a traffic stop, the driver decided he wasn't going quietly. Hammering the gas to the floor, the suspect pushed the SUV to its absolute max speed, dodging heavy interstate traffic at insane speeds. The driver proved he was willing to risk everything to get away from the FHP.
Willing to risk everything. You mean willing to risk everybody else's everything? Because he ain't got nothing. But everybody else has something on that road. Their families, loved ones. I'm leaving like crazy. They just flying, weaving, chasing for miles and miles and miles. Because they have no way of stopping a vehicle. This is it. This is the only all they have. Oh, smashed into this guy.
This is exactly what happens when you try to swerve a vehicle through traffic at 115 miles per hour. The suspect inevitably lost control, careening completely off the road before bouncing right back onto the interstate and smashing into an innocent white sedan.
Oh, we've seen this one before.
Refusing
Yeah,
to
this
give
guy
up.
was, he hit the fucking U-Haul guy. I've seen this one before. The U-Haul guy's trying to start his new life. Who knows where he's moving from? Maybe got a new job. Things are looking bright for him. Moving across the country. And this guy goes and smashes his car. And hopefully the guy had bought the insurance when he rented the U-Haul. Because this guy ain't paying for nothing. But, you know, this guy's going to cost you a couple $100,000 too.
The desperate driver bailed from the still-moving SUV and tried to make a break for it on foot, only to be instantly struck by a passing car. Dazed,
Yeah, he got hit by a car too.
the chase crossed jurisdictions into Kansas as Mayberry refused to slow down, blowing through traffic and intersections. In Coffeyville, she ran a red light, driving straight into the path of innocent drivers who had no idea what was coming.
Yeah, same. Looks like they got a really good deal on us, and OC's backing off on it, so. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Crossfire! 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 Hang on, don't see! Show me your hands! Hey, show me your hands!
She ran a red light and slammed into a Chevy Tahoe carrying two sisters, killing 15-year-old Serafina O'Connell and seriously injuring her older sister.
Okay, hang on just a second, okay?
He killed another girl.
3 at least. Looks like juveniles. Hey, sweetie, let me undo your seatbelt, okay? Hey, man, can you
Oh, my
call me?
parents.
Can you call me?
Where's my phone? I need to call my parents.
Okay, come out right now, okay?
Okay.
Why are they running? Why are these kids running?
I was walking one. What's your name? T-E-N-I-S-H-A? Tanisha?
M-A-Y-B-E-R-R-Y.
M.
They look like cheerleaders or something.
A-Y-B-E-E-R?
They have like cheerleading outfits on. They get like, what are they running for? They killed a kid.
Y'all take this. See that? Those are two young girls. In that car. 2 young girls. One had a cheerleading outfit on. Probably leaving the school. She's begging to call her mom and dad. You could have stopped. Could have, but you didn't. It's on you. If those girls died, it's on you.
For Mayberry.
I'm gonna take this call. Party space. Hello. Uh-huh.
The space on July 25th, is that booked for like the morning, the evening, what?
Well, it's booked in the afternoon.